Morning everyone. Today I'm going to give you my weekly update from my journey as a serial entrepreneur. So it's a Saturday lunchtime actually, I'm late today, but it's a really nice day actually. It's quite fresh but sunny, not too windy. I've got my three little apprentices with me, Leo, Maya and James, so give them a wave guys. So as always on a Saturday I give you an update on the week, what's happened, what's gone well, what's not gone well. I'll talk you through each business in order, kind of where we're up to, and then at the end I'll just talk a little bit more about the kind of stuff that's going on in personal life, and the kids want to say what's been happening in their week as well. James has fallen way behind. But anyway, so has it been a good week? Yeah, it's been a super busy week this week, and I think that's good. I always talk about my claim of, when I talk about my property business, having worked 60 hours a week plus in that business, then systemising and outsourcing it, and I got it down to kind of half an hour a week in that business, and that still remains. So I spend very little time in the property business, but the other 5 businesses we've started are taking up huge amounts of my time, because I'm doing all the systems, the processes, the resourcing, the infrastructure, all the setup stuff that needs to be in place before I can kind of take a little bit more of a back seat. So in order, we'll start with Property Empire Investments. This is the sourcing business. This business seems to go from strength to strength. We took an order for 16 grand this week from an investor who wanted to buy 4 as a commitment fee, which is super exciting. We've had a few teething issues with the business as well though, is in that some deals we've had going through have fallen through because postcode checks with our government-backed agency who we signed the leases over to failed the checks at a delayed timescale. So we'd already had an offer, had a buyer lined up, and then for the lease provider to reject the property. So a couple of little teething issues, and we're putting new systems and processes in place to be able to eradicate that happening again. There's a car coming guys, so do you want to pull over to the side? Just pull over to the side where this car comes. Let this car come past and we'll carry on. So wait there guys. Right, let's carry on. So we're just the way in which we make offers. It's a real balancing act, because everybody says we're in this, well, we know we're in this global pandemic, and everybody's saying, oh, the housing market's going to have a crash, But I'm seeing the polar opposite at the moment in the property market, where properties are just shifting really, really quickly at the moment. I think there's a lot of people see this as a opportunistic moment to get a bargain, and the market seems to be moving pretty quick, certainly in the areas that we're sourcing. You right, James? Catch us up, mate. Yeah, good. So it's 4 sales this week, so that's a cracking week from Empire Investments perspective. We've also got another lender on board now with us as well, who are offering us a commission fee as well. So when we provide financial solutions to our clients, that's further enhancing the income related to the role. We've got the refurb calculator now being utilised, which means that we're assessing cost of works a little bit better. And there may be a little hack here that we might be able to avoid investors having to pay stamp duty land tax based on the lease falling under a commercial category, but we just need to get a sign off on that before we can offer that. But that would be massive for the return on investment to investors, certainly from a stamp duty perspective. So just going past a couple of people here, so we just get past these people before I carry on talking. Come on guys. How you doing, mate? All right? Morning. Synchronised. So anyway, oh, I've got another runner. It's busy out today. Morning, mate. So yeah, so lots of exciting things happening with that business. We've also got an investor that I had negotiations with a few weeks back now on volume, 50 units, providing we can provide a financial product with our lenders on a fixed basis, then she's going to commit to 50 with a commitment of 16 up front. So again, hugely exciting there. And had a chat with my accountant this week, and he said that, you know, this is the first business in a long time that has grown their revenue so dramatically quick from a standing start. So when your accountant says that, and he manages lots of clients with varying sizes of businesses, it makes you feel quite excited. So business number 2, Property Empire Builder. This is our property education business, whereby we're about to launch our academy, which is based around build your property empire with little or no money. And this is where we focus predominantly on our 2 squared strategy, whereby we house social tenants individuals over the age of 35. We give them exclusive use of 2 rooms within the property each, and as a result we can claim the 1-bedroom rate as opposed to the shared accommodation rate. It sounds quite simplistic, but there's a lot of steps you have to kind of go through to be able to get the returns. But what that ultimately means is you can almost get, in certain areas around the country, you can get HMO returns on single let setups, which is huge. So that's what the Academy's about. It's about how you can build your property empire using the 2 squared model, along with other strategies. And we're teaching that over a year-long program. And the transformational statement of that program is for people to replace their existing income with property income in 12 months. And that's what we're committed to working through. So the program's being built out at the moment, which is super exciting, but we've had to build a funnel from, I had some basic funnel steps in place, but we built the whole sales funnel and we're in the process of doing it. So as a result, we brought in a new member of the team, Ryan, who is a funnel building expert, which is really, really cool. He came from utilising ClickFunnels. We use Kartra, so a little bit of a learning curve there. But it's super exciting that he's kind of taken to it, because funnel building is a real niche, and I understand all of the little parameters around funnel building. I understand a lot about marketing. I've studied it. I'm super excited about it. But the actual setting up of funnels is something that I procrastinate on, because A, I don't like copywriting, B, I don't like design. I like data. I like mapping out what my funnels are going to look like, and I like passing that over to people to build it out. So we're now in a position where we've got a graphic design front-end web developer working with a funnel builder, and that team's super powerful. We've got my business partner Jack doing the copy and the course creation, and it's all starting to come together now, which is super cool. So that business has taken up huge amounts of my time this week, because we're aiming to launch next Friday, which is less than a week away, 6 days now, to coincide with Black Friday, so we can do a beta launch at a heavily reduced price, so we can hopefully get some people on track, testing the program, giving lots of feedback, so we can tweak, iterate and improve it over the course of the coming months before we really scale and ramp it up. So super exciting there. So number 3 is my property business. That's kind of been at a standstill. A lot of the resource has been pulled into Property Empire in the various companies within the group, and a lot of the resource has been pulled into the social media agency as well, which I'll come on to in a second. So we're in a transitional phase there, where I've done an exercise this week where I've had a questionnaire that all my team have filled out, what they can do, what they enjoy doing, and what they want to learn. And capturing that information allows me to now start moving some of my team around to try and ensure they're in areas that they enjoy and not doing work they don't enjoy. Right, there's a car coming, guys. Stay over to the left-hand side. So that's been a really, really cool exercise. I'll do a separate vlog on that at some point, because it's enlightening, and it's amazing what skills you kind of unearth from your team that you wouldn't have known about without kind of going through this process. Now, I will share the template with people in the free resources section at some point in the future as well, once we get that part of the setup ready to launch. But no, it's so we're moving people into the property business, and we're moving people out of the property business at this moment in time. So it's a transitional phase, and as a result, there's been very little progress on that. But that's to be expected. The block of flats that we're working on, we've got a sale still kind of bubbling away in the background. We've also unearthed a new refinancing option with one of our finance partners from Property Empire Group. So we're pushing a refinance through at the same time, because it may be that we can retain the asset after all, which would be really, really cool, because it's an amazing block of flats. So watch this space on that, and we'll see how that kind of pans out over the coming weeks. The next business is Runpreneur Vlog and the kind of social media agency we're building off the back of that. And again, we put huge amounts of work into this. We've got the full process for content, repurposing, reformatting, optimising, almost done in draft format. So it'll be ready to roll out for Runpreneur next week on Tuesday, which is super exciting. So huge amounts of work has gone on to that, and we'll be testing it with Runpreneur with the aim by the end of the year to drop the first guinea pig in to see how it works for other people's content as well. But we're super, super excited about that, because there's been a huge amount of work that's gone into it. We haven't managed to optimise as many of the YouTube video library as we'd, or the archive as we would have liked, because we've been doing so much work on the setup and processes side of things. But we'll get onto that next. But overall, huge progress happening in that, and really, really excited, because it's something that I know how much time it saves me on a daily basis, and I'm really excited to see how much time it can save other people, whilst helping them grow their following, which is super, super cool. So that's cool. Construction and maintenance business of the Property Empire Group is underway. We have our own kind of refurbs happening at the moment, and we factored in some margins into those as well. So that's going to be starting to generate income very, very soon, which we're super stoked about. And we're tweaking and iterating the refurb calculator to be able to give better estimations on the deal financials, which will lead to hopefully better ROIs and hopefully more profit for us as a business, but also more savings for the investors. So that's underway, and we have a couple of our own refurbs underway. So super, super excited to see how that kind of forms, kind of develops is the right word. So yeah, so overall it's been a monumental week. The other thing that we were also discussing, the process of acquiring properties but purchasing them ourselves and then flipping them onto pension funds, as they kind of work off a yield calculation. And in many respects, if we buy sensibly, there can be some significant kind of profits that can be generated from buying properties, packaging them up as portfolios on a yield basis, and then selling them onto pension funds. So we've got a lot of work going on in the background there. The one thing I hadn't mentioned as well, we've got some really good referrers working with Property Empire Investment, and the flow of new investors coming to the table seems to be vast. The other thing I didn't mention is, with this whole restructuring of the group, with the 15 people in the team, we're moving people to different roles. We've built out our sourcing side now, so there's 3 people doing the sourcing instead of 1, and that's off the back of the demand we've had. So yeah, it's been a fantastic week, a really tiring week, because I've done probably 60 hours plus this week, but completely against what I preach. However, I'm happy doing it at the moment because it's all set up. Once I get this setup stuff done and we start rolling this out, my role in it will be minimal, which means that the systems and processes will free me up from the day-to-day running of the businesses, and hopefully I'll have my dream of multiple streams of kind of passive income. It's never passive, because the work that's gone into it so far is anything but passive, but it will be far more passive in the future, which is super exciting. So that's pretty much it about my business updates. In terms of private life, so guys, we'll start with you, Leo. Anything you want to say about the week? I might have to repeat it, just so tell me and I can repeat what you're saying. Anything you want to say? Leo, man of many words, says nothing's really happened this week, a whole week, apart from school. And I even gave him some time to think about this answer. But there you go, Leo doesn't have a lot to say about his week. Maya, anything you want to say, darling? Okay. Alright, let me just repeat that. Maya is super excited because her auntie's given birth this week, and she has a new cousin, and I'm not sure we've got a name yet, but a little girl cousin was born on the 17th of November. So as a family, it's super, super exciting news. I can't believe Leo didn't think to say that one. But anyway, so you got a whole new cousin. So that's really, really cool. The only bad point is COVID, lockdown. We won't be able to see her probably until kind of Christmas, providing we're allowed. But who knows what's going to happen with the government at that stage. So anything else, darling? Yeah. Well, we've had lots of pictures of her, and there's a video of her crying when she doesn't like her nappy being changed. So Maya absolutely loves babies. So it's kind of been the best week ever for Maya. There's another bit of news as well, Maya, isn't there, at school? There's another bit of news as well. At school earlier this week, what happened to you? Maya got a gold award in her class. So the gold award gets issued out every week. And she won it this week for being kind and caring and hard-working. So it's a really, really cool award to get. So well done, Maya. And finally, James, anything that's been happening in your week, mate? No. Well, I can say James also got a gold award this week in his class, where he got it for hard working and helping others, I believe. So super, super cool, James. He's lost his confidence a bit today. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for my week. It's been a good week, so I'll gladly take that. Any questions, as always, drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. Sorry about the wind, it's super windy now. If you have any questions that are slightly a bigger topic, I'll do a vlog episode, tag them in. And as always, if this is a relevant content to you, just unfollow me on your social channels and it will stop cluttering up your social feeds, no problem there. But before you do go, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, whereby all these videos are logged in feature-length versions and catalogued nice and neatly by playlist, which hopefully you'll tap into at some point in the future. Also check out the Runpreneur Facebook group, whereby I will shortly be adding lots and lots of free resources that hopefully people can find pretty useful. So that's it for me today. As always, the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs, business owners overcome stress, anxiety and overwhelm by using exercise as a mechanism to control, manage and thrive these emotions that every single entrepreneur and business owner will struggle with. And the difference between the ones that succeed and the ones that fail and how they manage these emotions. That's my strong belief. And if you don't manage them effectively, pressure starts building up, and the pressure builds and builds and builds and builds until something bursts. And that's normally either the entrepreneur or the business. If that happens to either of those, the success chances of your business is almost impossible. So don't be one of those businesses. As it stands, 1 in 10 businesses will last a test of time, which is a hugely an alarming statistic. And I've always said that if this vlog just helps over to the right, guys, helps just one entrepreneur or saves one business, then it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So and my pledge to you is, if you are one of these entrepreneurs that's too proud to talk to someone about how to help in these situations, drop me a message. I'll jump on a call with you. It'll be absolutely free. There's no sale or anything here. All I want to do is give you a few tips and pointers that can hopefully help you manage your emotions better and get you back onto the pathway to success. So, as always, that's it for me today. And all I have to say is stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Say bye, guys.